Hello everyone, welcome back to my Roblox Studio beginner scripting tutorial. Today we're going over properties and how to physically change the game. So let's get started. Alright, we're back in Roblox Studio and we left off with our function. So we already made a sort of property here with the selected variable slash function variable. But if you haven't watched the beginner section, then basically an instance has parts that relate to the class name and what it does. So we got the shape here, we can change that. You can anchor it, so it's basically frozen. Can collide allows it to go through anything. And you got all of these other properties here, but we're not going to go over most of them, but we're just going to do some simple tasks here. So let's delete all this and let's make the my part back to the part's parent, and we can say my part and then dot, and this will specify all of the properties of the part and also the descendants or children of them. So we have the script again, which is the script we're working on. We got stuff like size, transparency. So how about we start with transparency? This basically determines how opaque the part is. So we can say 1. This takes a value from 0 to 1. So 0 being the most opaque and 1 being invisible. So the part's gonna be here, right? So let's just say let's just scale it out a bit so we can just see the difference. So we have the part here. If we click run, the part disappears, but it's not actually gone. So if I just hover over it, you'll see it's there, and its transparency has been set to 1. And if I just set this back to 0, then you'll see it, and you can basically see what's going on here. So how about we change the can collide? So I can go over this part right now, and let's change another property. So we can say can collide, and this is basically a boolean, so true or false. If it's false, then it can go through anything, so we're going to set it to false. So if we play the game here, we see how we have our part, but if we go over it, we can't anymore. And again, that's because this part here has its can collide turned off. So if I just enable it here, then you'll see we can go over it again. And we can also change the name of this part. So we can say dot name, and because it's named, so we can just find where the script is by just going to show and explore, and there it is, and we can look at the parent of the part. So it's part, so I'll name it back to part. So it's a bit different. So let's run the game here, and we select the part. Now it's named to part because we ran this to make the name part in a string. We can also change the parent or where the part is. So this basically, if we're trying to change the parent, then we're changing where the part is. If we're changing, well, a property of the parent, then you're not really going to change the part's location. So you can keep doing dot parent, dot parent, dot parent, and so on until you get to the game. We can change the parent to be equal to, say, how about I put it in the replicated storage here? So we can say game dot replicated storage. If we click run, you'll see the part is fully gone because this part is in the replicated storage. And we can also change the color of this part too. So let's delete this line, and we can say my part dot brick color is equal to, there are 3 ways to get the brick color, which is by string, by enum, and enum basically contains other properties, and we can do brick color and say dot new. We just put it in quotes, and we can select any of these colors here. So how about we say maybe moss? So let's run the game. You can see that the color has changed from when we played the game versus, well, the game not being ran. We can also change the position of this part. So I'm not going to go really in depth with positions and coordinating right now because I'm saving that for the intermediate section. But here, I'll just simplify it for you. So the position is an X, Y, or Z position of where it is in the game. We can specify this by saying vector3 dot new. So vector 3, well, the 3 stands for 3D, and the vector is more for position, and we create a new position here. by saying .new, and then we do curly brackets, and then we insert our x, y, and z. So we can say 0, 0, 0. So this will basically put it in the center of the game. So if we run the game here, so you'll notice it moved. So we go over here, so you can see the position is 0, 0, 0 because we changed the position to 0, 0, 0. And again, we can do this for size. So I can probably say, because size also has x, y, and z coordinates, we have to use vector3 again and .new. And how about we just change this part to say 5 by 5 by 5. Let's run the game here. And as you'll see, we have a changed part here. So we can see that it's a bit different. And if we go down to the size property, we can see it's changed to 5 by 5 by 5 because, well, we changed it to 5 by 5 by 5. And in the next video, we will be going over some statement keywords. That'll be for the next episode, and I'll see you guys later.